Hey there team, and welcome to a 3v5, and a very interesting 3v5 at that, as we have a nice themed Mirkwood versus Angmar 3v5. This was by MSQ2 and his allies, Mac, and the final ally, so Mac here, and the final ally is the Amazing Jedi. I've never, not seen that before. But anyway, Mirkwood on defense in their home region should be pretty damn solid. I've got the grass turned up. I might turn that down, we'll see. But it does look quite nice to see the Greenwood Watchers hiding here in it. Let's just grab that in case we don't get anything else. Got triple Greenwood Watchers there, very good for the assassination strikes and jumping into melee if they need to as well. Hiri Peng there. I suspect everything's going to be armoured up. So double Hiri Peng, very solid. Alongside that, some cavalry, some Huntsmen of Amon Lank, Hiri Lang, Hiri Ek, Hiri Oth, Elven King Palace Guard again armoured up, Sindar, Hiri Lang, Hiri Oth again, and I think that looks like that. We've no doubt got Greenwood Rangers hidden there. We'll just generally call out anything, obscure, anything strange from the other armies. The Ents have been taken by Mac. Bows of Emendweir is an interesting choice. A non-armor upgraded Hiri Peng. Okay, it's nice. We're going to have a bit of a mixture there. Elders of the Elven King. Yeah, wow. Okay, lots of Spears of Emendweir. Actually, yeah, MSQ's gone for a very different army from Mac here. Mac's gone a lot heavier into numbers, but that's meant he's not had as many armor upgrades, and he's had to go for a fair few militia forces as well. The Amazing Jedi, let's see what he's packing. Greenwood Rangers there, of course. Again, a lot of armor upgrades, quite similar to MSQ2, and he's got the catapult, so oh dear, hopefully, if the Amazing Jedi is a newer dude, which I just don't think he is. I think I have seen that name before. But if he is a bit of a newer dude, I'm surprised he does have the catapult. That's usually something you'd see wielded by one of the more experienced players. But yeah, jumping into 2 times speed, because there'll be a good bit of shuffling. So I'll stay at 1 while everybody's moving up. As always, well, yeah, not as always. There should be a skip to the end of army composition button, and then also a skip to the end of, skip to the start of the battle proper button in addition to that. So there'll be a little bit of info, and you can see it from the bloomin' balance of power. There'll be a little bit of info in the description about the money for this one. I believe the money is a little bit, the attackers have an even larger advantage over the defenders, which, for triple elven defense, you can see the need for that. A little bit more money for the attackers, but Angmar is damn good on the attacks, so, we'll see. First attacker here is a Little Dash, so he's got everything laid out nicely. Oh, sorry, this isn't all Angmar. Oh, this is all Misty. Yeah, this is all Misty. This isn't all Angmar. Okay, cool. So heavy gobble crossbows there, heavy gobble infantry, Mountain Orc host there, spears, Black Orcs, and Goblin King bodyguard there. Heavy numbers. We might see some berserkers jump up, but I don't actually think so. Oh, no, trolls. That's where he's put his money. And there are the berserkers on the side there. Great, cool. Definitely necessary. Prince of Darkness, I suspect very similar forces. Gobbo infantry there taking some warg skirms. Again, snow trolls a lot. Is that double? He's gone for a double snow troll unit. Interesting stuff. As I say, attackers having a little bit more money to play with than you normally would for a 5v3, so they're able to go a bit wild. Double cave troll there from Mevin. Good that we do have an experienced player there to guide his newbie allies. And yep, generally what I would expect to see from Mevin. Then to his left, he's got Stewie. Stewie could be Stewart of Dale, unsure though. Might just be another Stewie. Warg Riders and Bolg's champions. Heavy Gobble Spears and Black Orcs off the mountains with some White Orc Fearmongers too. Last attacker here is Froggy. Good stuff. So yeah, Heavy Gobble Archers. In the back, Mountain Orc Host. Yeah, we'd expect a lot of that. Snag of Skirms. I'm surprised at the... Well, actually, I don't know. Yeah, right. I'll address that in a second. Yeah, and then Heavy Gobble Crossbows. I guess I'm quite surprised to see how many Heavy Goblin Crossbowmen we have. Because, of course, Mirkwood not really heavy armoured faction. Not to the same extent as, like, Linden, but still not massive amounts of armour. And the lack of Snag of Skirms. Yeah, because, well, So the lack of snag of skirms I totally accept because, you know, yeah, again, you don't really need that much armor-piercing fire. But then why are we getting so many crossbows? I don't know. Anyway, Prince of Darkness coming on forward. I don't know if there's a... There might not be a grace. The boys might just be assembling anyway. You don't need a grace on Thranduil's halls unless the enemy is really going to rush at you. So I would normally say, you know, it's good to just have, like, don't move past this line for, you know, 5 minutes. And that might be what's set up here. Stewie's coming on forward with his spears. The amount of heavy goblin spears, not heavy orc spears, heavy goblin spears we have should limit the effectiveness of all this cav. Huntsman and bows of image. There is a unit of Sindar too. Now what? Oh, we are actually firing. We are into this. Okay, cool. The Amazing Jedi opening up right off the bat into these approaching units. What is he going for? Looks like... If you can guarantee some good hits onto those cave trolls, why not? Because they are so lightly armored. And we're actually getting a nice charge from Mac. Oh, not near the heavy goal. Oh, right. Good reactions there, Mac. Well done. They were close, though. They were really close. But he has managed to get them on out. Oh, yeah, nerve-wracking. Now, I always reference... Well, I've referenced it a lot in battles. There is one where I pushed up through here, chuffed to bits with myself, getting in through in the back lines, and then there's a unit off. They might have even been Cinder off the girdle that just started slamming my units as I pushed through, and I suspect that's how MSQ2 is going to be using his exceptional... I don't want to call them... I would call them exceptional spear cavalry, rather than calling them exceptional knights. You know, I know they kind of serve the same purpose as knights, but for me, the Cinder of the girdle are just very, very good spear cavalry. Stewie's coming on forward. They're taking a lot of... Yeah, see, I wouldn't want to shoot this. Bows of Emendure, is that what we're going for here, my man? I mean, it's not that the heavy goblin spears are not a good unit. You want to... Oh, okay, yeah, we're not. We're shooting past them. Again, into the swarms that are coming forward. The cave trolls, so little armor that you can really hurt them. Those warg skirms coming in, that's going to really lessen the effectiveness of this cav. And it's going to have to get back inside... It's either going to have to get used or get inside, and I think it's going to be moving inside. Those warg skirms make a really nice target. We want to be shooting them. Or the huntsmen are going to actually... Yeah, fantastic. Good stuff, Mac. Grabbing them with the Huntsman of Amon Lank. Let's just... Could have gotten a nice little shot of them charging in there, but let's just grab a few of them scrapping away. I do love those deer riders. The trolls coming on in there too. Let's just grab that. That sounds good. That sounds good. Oh, Huntsman breaking. That's a shame, though. How do we end up doing with... Yeah. That was really nice. But I think, to be honest, it was a bit of fire ammunition that helped break them. And that fire ammunition came from our lines. So they will return, though. They routed in a very sensible direction. So that's something we can be very thankful for. I love that Prince of Darkness is sending forward his cave trolls right off the bat. That's something that I do not suspect MSQ would have been expecting. Opening fire with the Wardens of Amon Lank. Not an armor-piercing arrow, just a very high damage arrow. And it is ripping apart those snow trolls and the Goblin King bodyguard. Amazing range. You can do that with these high-range elven archers. Even the likes of, you know, Herenidine Rangers. I've got a few times where I've been able to put my Herenidine Rangers here and shred across this this lake here. It's something you have to be wary of, and I don't think Prince of Darkness has spotted that until it's a bit too late. So you get good value out of those Wardens of Amon Lank right off the bat. And he really is flying on forward here. Holy smokes. Okay. Oh, damn. Looks like those cave trolls did actually manage to catch the Huntsman. Maybe the Huntsman stopped routing and they just got bashed to pieces. That's a shame. Oh, well, we're not going to be seeing any more of them. Their effectiveness inside is going to be a little bit lessened. I like the... We've never really seen an attack around that way. I think MSQ is going to be closing the gap in a moment. Wardens of Amon Lank coming in with their heavy axes. Yeah, they just eviscerated that. Not really needing the armor-piercing value of that axe, but just the high damage strikes more than enough to slice open a cave troll. Yeah, but jabs coming in from the warg skirms. Fair enough. Okay. Stewie coming in to back up Prince of Darkness. Are we all... No, we're not. We've got a lot of firepower getting dished out. This is such an early aggressive attack, which for such a long battle is very interesting. That's a ballista. I didn't actually spot the ballista, but that is a gorgeous shot onto... I mean, it's the militia unit, but that's still going to hurt. To be honest, I would have... yeah, fair enough. I mean, you want to... I don't know if I would have gone for that or for these guys. I think you were getting a better shot through them, in all honesty. So that is the correct target. Froggy's got his jabs there. You don't really mind, as I say, Mirkwood's not heavily armoured. Very few units pack on much armour at all. So if these snag of skirms can just use up their ammunition on anybody, I'm sure Stewie's not going to be too upset about that. They're already shaken though. If Matt can get these guys on fire ammunition, I would maybe give them a quick volley, because you might end up breaking them, as they are dying in droves there. Do we have a push up the centre? No, usually you don't. Usually you push the flanks, and the centre is really where you just kind of threaten them. Not always. I have seen some good pushes through the centre, but that's usually the way that I like to do it. Prince of Darkness, yeah, this brutal assault, I loved it. It was a lot of fun, but it's not turned out too well, as he has got the biggest mass rout I've seen in a long while. All of these gobbles just running a race, trying to get the hell out of there. They will come back from routing, though. If they didn't, that would be curtains right now, for having basically one full stack just gone. Balance of power is still very much in the attacker's favour. 4 to 8 is a good place for the defenders to be right now, but considering, you know, Mirkwood is on the attack, well, is on the defence here, and they're going to be using up so much ammunition, that's really what you'd expect. Okay, this is quite a nice fight for the Wardens. They might be two-handed axemen, but they're elven two-handed axemen, so they're very skilled, so they can hold back a lot of this armour-piercing stabbage from the heavy gobble spears. Actually, whoa, that's switched up on them now. Maybe it is this very organised fighting style that's striking into them. Going back and forth. Okay, going back and forth. My money's definitely on the Wardens there. They should do just fine. But that will... okay, they're being pulled back. That would have been the end of those Wardens, and I'm sure that's not what MSQ2 wants. I would definitely be wanting them to use their high damage, their high armor-piercing damage on some more important units later. The Hairy Peng from MSQ2... Sorry, the Amazing Jedi, actually. Rattling into this blob here. Yeah, perfect. Just, yeah, I would punish the Prince of Darkness. Little Dash is backing him up too. And, yeah, altogether, this force so heavily armoured. Really quite nice shields. Hitting them on the left side, so their shields are useful. But you just want to unload in those gobbles. A very satisfying thing to do. Hiri Lang coming on forward. Not armour upgraded Hiri Lang, which is very rare. If I ever give my Mirkwood units an armor upgrade, the Hiri Lang are probably right on the top for receiving it. I don't know, I like Mirkwood. Mirkwood is my favourite elven faction, but I don't really play as elves too much at all. But yeah, when I do, I don't really play too much with the armor upgrades, but Hiri Lang are probably the most tempting thing for it. That's not going to help though. You know, an armor upgrade is not going to do anything up against that ballista. That's an amazing shot from Stewie over there with his ballista. Yeah, really not fun for Matt holding this position. I would be very tempted to... Oh, damn. Yeah, I'd be very tempted to give ground. Ouch. Because there's nothing you can... You can shoot them, to be honest, can't you? Yeah, get an arch unit. You can maybe even outshoot... Oh, no. You might be able to. You might have... Some elves might have that sort of range. But even then, that's a bit of a waste of ammo. I'd be tempted to just try and fall back, hold them here. You don't get anywhere near as good a shot on them, but oh yeah, because you can shoot them from there. Yeah, we can sit back, we can think about that decision. You know, they can't. They're in the thick of this battle. They've got to just make the most of it. Oh, the Amazing Jedi coming forward here. It's going well for him for now, but that's not really what you want to do. You do want to use these rock formations at your sides. You want to stay behind them if you can. Pushing on forward like this is going to get very dangerous, especially like this. You're quite exposed to enemy fire. If we had any skirms or, you know, any snag of skirms or anything like that, you could position them right on here. You can start unloading on them, javelins, arrows, crossbows, anything. You can get a shot right in their faces, point blank like that. But I don't think there's anything there to do that right now. Little Dash bolting on back. I think this attack on the right side is just quite it's quite panicked. It's quite chaotic. Now, with 5 Misty armies, we have so many numbers. We have endless hordes of goblins to throw away. So yeah, we're losing so many here. It's not really a big problem. Look at how bloodied up MSQ's units already are. These Wardens of Amalek going toe-to-toe with more heavy Goblin spears. We really need to abuse these routes. And that's... okay, oh, wow, there are still some huntsmen. And now I stated it a few times, you know, when these Watchers jump up from being hidden, it's something that J Monster goes into a lot of detail about with when he does sort of Silmarillion overviews, but when those guys jump up from being hidden, that does provide this morale shock. It's not a tremendous one, but you can stack it. You can have multiple units all jumping up from being hidden all around the enemy, and suddenly it's like, oh my god, I'm out of there. And maybe that's close enough. I'd maybe be tempted to have them jump up out of being hidden, just to see if that was enough to shock them into routing there. Saying that, what would routing them really get in the end of the day? As we've got the Mountain Orc host coming on forward now, a lot more stubborn than their Goblin allies here. They really are a much more menacing foe. Definitely able to, not one-on-one, but, you know, they're able to go toe-to-toe with the elves a lot better, the likes of the Hirioth. Fire ammunition coming up and over there. Not really what you want to see, but, as a, you know, with elven archers, you can kind of do that. You can get a much better up and over shot against them. A nice big break from Froggy here, as a lot of these troops are running away and getting shot in the back as they do so. Right. Spears of Emendweir. Militia elves, you know, that's yeah, not usually gonna be able to match a lot, but with the likes of goblins, they are able to tear through that as well as any elf is. What just unloaded onto them? Ugh, Woodland Protectors. You don't really want to see the Woodland Protectors throwing into the Snag of Skirms, but it was a nice little sight. But I'm sure Stewie's okay with taking that fire, and he's going to try and just get these guys. You don't really worry too much about picking targets when you're up against the elves like this. Just unload. Just get them in there before these guys end up routing from fire ammunition. And just the general death and destruction all around them. The centre seems to be going not too bad for the attackers though, as these Woodland Realm patrol out of ammunition alongside the Hiriek are struggling to hold back the cave trolls, and they're, oh yeah, of course, as well, the likes of the halberds. Mirkwood doesn't have a phalanx unit themselves, so in those longer grindy fights that can go in their favour. For sure for the goblins. Rioth slicing down more of these crossmen. They're trying to fire. Lordy, lordy, I hope they've used up most of their ammo, because if they've not, that's a big loss for Prince of Darkness. A lot of wavering troops on that side. What are we at now, really? 15 for 25. Again, it looks very nice, but we have to keep in mind how much ammunition we've just been pouring on them in order to achieve that. This position broken. There's so many corpses obscured by the grass. I quite like the grass. I think it does look really nice. I did turn off shadows though, just to make sure that this was going to be coming off quite smooth. And with the fog, with the mist going around, I like the orcs have really brought that mist with them from the mountains. So that's helping them out, I'm sure, obscuring the sun a bit, giving them a bit of a nicer time of it. Heavy Goblin Infantry here. Maybe we... oh, I like that. Armor upgraded Goblin Infantry here. I didn't... yeah, I said they were heavy, but no, not so heavy Goblin Infantry. Very cheap unit. Given the armor upgrade, they're not so cheap, but they're still quite nice for it. Goblin King Bodyguard there, standing their ground. Wait, where are they go? Oh, there they are. Alright, he's just got them spread out. That's what was confusing me. It looked like he was part of this heavy Goblin Infantry unit. It's good that Mevin's got him there, because that unit, the bodyguard, provides a buff, and then the general, of course, provides his buff alongside that. Yeah, the more I look at this, I think that the boys were definitely right to hold this position. I don't know. If I was Stu, I'd probably be pretty liberal with that ballista. I'd be very liberal with it. Probably too liberal. That's fair. Bows of Emendweir, and oh, I see. Mac, come on, these are both your units. You should be on top of each other like this. It's not actually obscuring anybody's vision, I don't think. I wouldn't want to, because right now they're taking fire. I probably would save the bows of Emendweir. I wouldn't want them taking these shots, because they're quite a nice big target. They die an awful lot faster to this fire than the Woodland Realm Patrol are. And, you know, in the very late stage of this battle, having like 20 out of ammunition bows of Emendweir that are still, you know, like those 20 guys are at least still quite healthy, they can do some cycle charging on the more fragile goblin units, or backstabbing to get a break. You can have them run off and hide in the corner there while the enemy attack you up the main area. Oh, I like that. Max Huntsman just in a spear formation, sorry, in a little arrowhead formation there. What's that even called? Shoot, I really should know. You know, still a lot, and we've got the uber elites in the form of the Elven King Palace Guard. They are going to be so difficult with, you know, without the likes of, you know, the Blackback Mountain Berserkers. There's really nothing that can comfortably go toe to toe with them. That is something. Oh my goodness me, this poor man just locked in place in the air, sort of glitched out in his death animation. Poor guy. The last few Huriek actually having quite a nice little fight against these Gobo infantry. MSQ2 falling back again, but he's happy enough just to have this little engagement, just chip away at them. If he actually sort of fought them with anything that would be threatening, these guys would run away. So yeah, no, it's these little snippet victories that that can really win a massive siege like this. You can really see the effects of that sort of, you know, little bit of extra money for the attackers. They really have just got these massive armies, which you can, it doesn't cost too much to get a massive army as Misty, but there's a lot of quality in it, you know, with the Black Orcs of the Mountain, sorry, and the like. You know, the White Orc Fearmongers as well, they provide that morale buff. Maybe that's something the attackers could be making more use of. We've seen their willingness to use their trolls nice and early, but trolls don't provide a morale buff. Maybe we should have used something, you know, as I say, like the White Orc Fearmongers, getting them up in the fight a little bit earlier. Or, as much as I don't like to do it myself, maybe it would have been a good idea to put your general in with the Blackback Mountain Berserkers, so that you can use the Goblin King Bodyguard a bit more freely to be a morale buffer on the front line. Hey, it's a thought, it's a thought. I do like to put my general in with the Goblin King Bodyguard, but, you know, maybe that's something that you could consider for a fight like this. Still grinding away, and ooh, yeah, more nice and healthy heavy goblin spears coming on forward. Now, this is such a fragile line here. I'm wanting to see a shield wall push. I think we can do it. I think a lot of the time now, yeah, I think that's what Froggy's doing here. You can really see these goblins shunting on over each other. Come on, one more push, Froggy. One more shunt and we're in. Yep, fire ammunition coming in, trying to break this push. The snow trolls coming on forward. Again, really blasting that line open. Just bam, one more go, and we're in. I don't know. Yep, a few of us are through. Good stuff. Standard Goblin Infantry. Huntsman of Amon Lank from Mac trying to get a charge down there, but no, a little bit too short a run up, and these poor deer riders are going to get smashed. So that's good. That's the left side currently broken, but they're in actually. There is a lot in reserve, but I would have expected to see maybe some of that getting pushed up, unless we're planning to hold them. Okay, no, it's coming up now. It's coming up now from Mac. Good stuff. Unless they were planning to hold a little bit further back, you know, they're kind of close. Again, the amazing Jedi in the center here, slicing through these hordes. Heavy Goblin Spears, let me down a bit. Let me down a little bit, these Heavy Goblin Spears. And the Halberds. Okay, no. Going a bit better now. It's going a lot better there now. And that's going to be a bit difficult for him to match. 25 for 37. Okay, the boys are pulling it. The boys are pulling ahead a little bit. Now the issue... Oh, wow, that's another good break. So there are some various rules for Thranduil's Halls. It's been a long time since I've played in a Thranduil's Halls fight. Good lot of months. But there is the 50% rule that a lot of people tend to roll by. and that's a case if you can't fall back to your final choke point before you've lost 50% of your forces. Normally that's quite a natural thing, but there are some people, of course, that will just think, oh no, I'm going back there now, I'm going back there now. I thought this man actually had a hammer. You can see it's kind of funny the way that his the blood is covering it. It looks like he's got some little warhammer there. That's quite funny. Pushing on there. Goblin King bodyguard there from Prince of Darkness actually pulling back. I'm not seeing a general among them though. Yeah, and I don't think any general has died. The assassins are not wanting that to get away though. They are chasing them down as they rout, or well, as they're pulled back. So getting a lot of those backstabs. They're breaking that unit there. Really powerful little assassins. But now, do we have anything to shoot them? Crossbows? Yeah, I take it. I would take it. Archers, can you get your... No, I mean, those weren't archers there, but... No. No, there's no archers really being left in reserve here. A few crossbowmen, but yeah. Warg Riders? Don't know. I mean, I guess for running, like chasing them down once you actually break through, yeah, I could see Warg Riders being useful. Stewie, a nice big break there. And every time these guys come back, they're coming back more and more tired. Yeah, oh dear. Got few of the bodyguard, yes, slicing down these assassins. And that's another break, just chasing them down the hill. Every time they do that, they're whittling down the forces a little bit more, but they're tiring themselves out. They're losing more and more elves. And I think the center here is getting busted open. It's a bit of, usually you'll see a more organized box being created on this area. But the Amazing Jedi has gone for a bit of a more, a bit less of a formal triangle that he's for. But he does have a lot of troops ready for them. But it seems he's kind of inviting them to come in, where he can then fight them, rather than, really trapping them the moment they push through. Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to doing it that way, and perhaps that is a better thing to do with Mirkwood. Oh, Ents! The first of the monstrous defensive units being used here, and they have just eviscerated the left. Again, causing a massive rout. Enemy troops bolting back. We're seeing fire ammunition coming from the attacker's side there, which, yeah, nice to use against the Ents, of course, but it could cause a bit of a break, a bit of a rout. Stewie's got his Blackback Mountain Berserkers up there. Now, amazing when they had support, but they don't have any support now. Snow Trolls coming on in there to smash down the Ents. And, yeah, okay. I mean, Blackback Mountain Berserkers are great against Ents, in all honesty, too. 1v1, I'm pretty sure Ents will mop the floor with Snow Trolls, but they are already quite bloodied. Then we're seeing the axes off the Amon Lank from Mac. We need some more fodder here. Mountain Orc Coast from Stewie. I'm expecting... Yeah, they're running on in now. I think they were running on in the whole time. We need them. Those Berserker assassins are going to be mopped up if they don't get some fodder around them. The last cave troll there fallen. Heavy Gobo Spears again just pressing themselves forward from Mevin. Slow and steady. Nice careful advance. Heavy Gobo Crossbows here firing away. What are we going for? Yeah, beautiful little lob shot. Really nice little lob shot there against the Amazing Jedi. I think these Hiri Lang are coming in to grab them though. Or... No, yeah, they might be moving in to just guard that side. I think they were marching on over to this flank. It stayed Misty. I kind of like that. I like the mist is hung around throughout the fight. Stomping on forward still. Mashing down the Wardens of Amon Lank. More ballista fire. Oh, dude, I don't know about that. I don't know. One friendly fire hit, this attack's done. I know the ballistas are nice and accurate, but one friendly fire hit and finished. Because this is a brutal push. Look how tightly back these guys are together. Right, okay, that was a little bit of a friendly fire hit. But I'm looking for that monumental Gobo Burning Strike. Which, oh dear. It's fragile. I think they're trying to inspire a bit of a rout from the elves. That elven morale. I just don't think this is worth it, Stewie. I think, yeah, we're racking up a few kills, but the chance, the risk is just too great. I think might have been a berserker there killed. No, the risk of this is too great. I disagree with this action. Yeah, no, cease and desist right now, please. He's still firing. He's still firing, the madman. Fearsome Gobbo General does not care. Okay, right, so now we're pushed through, and the enemy does have cavalry still. So I do worry about these close range charges on the left there now. A lot of Ents from the Amazing Jedi still kicking about. Mevin pushing in. Alright. Flipping on up the right flank. Oh! MSQ coming down for a little counter charge. I mean, Prince of Darkness and Little Dash, who have been taking on the brunt of this attack on the right. The two sort of newer players I would have expected. Just from the names anyway. I think MSQ is going to try and do away with what they've got left in reserve. Say they've taken a lot off the losses. They were the first to begin the attack, and they have been pretty brutal with how they've carried it out. So if MSQ can just take on what's hanging around here, it just means he can use some of his reserves to move into the center to back up the Amazing Jedi, or he can maybe even start thinking about a retreat. He can start taking some of his valuable units and make their way on back if he gets a little bit of breathing room. Now, I have no idea what happened here. I think these guys just pushed up a little bit too deep. MSQ2 pushed in past them, and they've gotten themselves surrounded. They're currently having victory as certain. That's surely going to change. That is surely going to change for those poor Gobbo infantrymen. They've got assassins on one side, Hirioth on the other, Hiriek actually on their left flank. Yeah, this is them. There's curtains for these poor boys. I'm surprised they've not already broken. They might have even received a morale buffer. You know what? Yeah, there might have been enough money to do that. And it's not going to do too much for them, but it'll keep them in the fight a little bit longer. Hiriek smashing on in. Yeah, the halberds, you can just see this, like, they're just slowly gaining ground, slowly pushing the elves back. And hurting them. Those halberds could maybe do with being moved up to engage properly. Gobbo crossbows, not out of ammunition. Yeah, okay. Naga skirms hurling on over. White Orc Fearmonger is coming on in now, and yeah, that's... I think they... As I say, I would have liked to have maybe seen them getting used earlier, so that they could have, you know, been that morale buff to the main sort of pushes there. But saving them, they're not easy to counter in melee, even by something like the elves. And now that the elves have used up most of their ammunition, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty at all. Is this a... What is this for, fellow? A bow of Emenduir. Only two left. Yeah, so oh, this poor guy again glitched out in that death animation. Oh no! Hopefully, oh, I'm seeing a few deaths around the stakes. Hopefully, they didn't die there. That'll be a terrible loss. Oh, a lot of blood. Who's firing upon them? I wonder. I don't really know, but we've got a bit of a break. Decent break. That could spread like wildfire, and we might get one more break on this left side push before they finally do get through. Bolg's champions, of course, they are wargs, but they are lancer wargs. They're not really there to... They're there to slam into the infantry lines rather than go toe-to-toe with the enemy cavalry. They can do that, you know, as all like high-quality lancers can, especially being wargs. They do have that natural like fear-causing effect to horses, but you know, you can't be expecting to slice through like the champions of the White Hand or anything silly like that, of course. Hirioth there, rinsing down, but yeah, finally being overwhelmed. We've got some Stewie forces here, but it is a nice additional push by Little Dash, and I think we did see another Mevin unit there too. So with all of that power, yeah, it's largely Stewie's Mountain Orc Coast. They're in, and they are in a nice organised force here. The Bows of Emenduir, or sorry, the Huntsmen of Amon Blanc, that is, getting a quick little charge in there, dropping a few of them, but Mevin not caring and just powering right on through. Now these assassins, I don't think have been spotted by him. He's going to engage those Hiriek. That's a fight that he would win because he outnumbers them so much, but he's not seen these two units of Greenwood Watchers. that would be more than happy to jump up and smash him. Woodland Realm Axeman kicking about as well, where he's slicing people apart, unshielded, but a nice bit of skill in them, being axes. They're, of course, smashing in with a good bit of damage, not armor-piercing damage or anything silly. Stewie perhaps getting a little bit too bold with this unit of 17. Yeah, they're gonna break, I feel, without too much gained. Yeah, but up against those Woodland Realm Axemen. MSQ2 not done with this position yet. As I say, I would have 49. I would have expected the defenders to be considering a retreat at this point, but they're holding fast. They're still going for it. But it's Fearmongers. Defeat is certain. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. I've been talking you up. Let's do this. Let's get in there. The Amazing Jedi's not even got a full surround on you or anything. I think he's maybe trying to achieve that, but problem is if you position yourself there, you're going to get shot. It's not pretty. Not pretty. What's going on here? Yeah, with that route, with that little route there, they've managed to, and the addition of the Ents there from the Amazing Jedi, good. I like the guys are mixing it up a little bit. They're not just sort of stubbornly holding their positions. It's very tempting to do that on Thranduil's Halls because you do have you've got 3 very distinctive attack routes, and if you've got 3 defenders, you're just like, all right, I'll hold here, you hold there, you hold there. Job's a good one. But no, they are seeing where their troops are going to be best used and jumping on in there, which is very appreciated and very nice to see. But it's really what you would expect from the likes of Mac and MSQ. And obviously the Amazing Jedi, who's performed very well. Fearmongers there. Okay, this is a bit better now. A bit more of an organised situation, a bit more spread out. Maybe that was the problem for Mevin. A lot of his troops were, or it was actually Stewie's Fearmongers. A lot of these halberds that have been coming on in here have been kind of boxy. Maybe they did need to sort of spread out a little bit to be properly utilised as phalanx units. You want to get a bit of a spread. You can't really be allowing yourselves to just attack as a box. Goodness me, this, you can see it in the mini-map there. I really like that. These heavy Goblin infantry, again, just surrounded by MSQ, using the strategy of just letting them come on up. It's nice we do have a bit of a difference. In the centre, the Amazing Jedi's come for this quite aggressive, like constantly getting up in their face, staying in their face, trying to limit the damage from ranged units. In the right, we've had a more conventional, like just hold the line, let them come at us and just beat them there from Mac. But in the left here, we've had this kind of very Mirkwood idea, you know, letting them come up and ambushing them, then falling back to the trees, falling back to where we're safe, letting them come up, envelop them, and it's I think that's gone quite nicely for him. I mean, all of the defenses have gone very well so far. Another unit of snow trolls there from Prince of Darkness. Some of these guys, of course, are very badly bloodied up from the Wardens so early on. The Hiri Lang, though, a very nice unit to counter them. They're not going to love slicing through snow trolls as well as they do cave trolls, but still, snow trolls are not super heavily armored. Nothing like the Trolls the White Hand or the Ola Kai, Lord forbid. Even the Angmar trolls, certainly. Sindar of the Girdle, again, yep, beautiful charging unit there. So that's going to be absolutely horrendous, especially considering how much the Heavy Goblin Spears, have been relied on for the actual attack. How many Heavy Goblin Spears do we have to actually counter the enemy cav? And over there, I saw something that kind of upset me. The Warg Riders. I hope they've been pulled out, but the Warg Riders were actually in that fight for a little minute. I would have really wanted to see the Warg Riders being held until we pushed through in order to sort of defend us from cavalry. But I think there are hopefully still a few left. The Box Champions will say, oh, that's actually, oh, Stewie, I don't like that. I don't like that he's put his general in there. It just means you've got to be more careful with them, you know. The whole thing with having a Lancer unit as a siege attacker is that when the opportunity to use them arises, you get stuck in and you get you very aggressively just shunt yourself at them. And, the enemy's probably going to block out your escape route. You just do as much damage as you can before you die. Now, having your general in there kind of makes that difficult to me. But hey, it's fine. It means he can move around his morale buff as much as he possibly can. Oh. Yeah, good shooting there, Amazing Jedi. I'd maybe get a little bit closer myself. I'd maybe get to there. But, I mean, maybe it's unnecessary. Like, that's all coming in very effectively. Oh, a little bit of friendly fire, actually. And yeah, that's not going to be fun. Friendly fire from a Hiri Peng to the back. Oh, no, sir. No, sir. Mirkwood, kind of like Rude Hour in some ways. Yeah, they don't have that much in the way of armor. Their shields are quite nice. Oh, what's going on here? What's going on? Yeah, that's... Okay, no, it's... I don't know what's up with the catapult. I don't know what we're doing with the catapult here. A little bit scared. No, we should be able to get it used. But it's so close to the front lines, and I've not seen that thing fire yet. So, what are we going for, my man? If we're using this, we need to use it quickly, because they're about to overwhelm this position. The Woodland Protectors are going to try and hold it for a little while, but I mean that Snow Troll is there as well. Oh damn, yeah, that Snow Troll needs to die before we can use it. I think moving that up was a mistake, because I think MSQ2 is... I mean, oh damn, that's a break. I mean, he's got a few more tricks up his sleeve here. He does have... Oh, not many though. He's finally running out of troops. He's finally running out of troops, and I don't think he can keep that catapult safe. Hiri Peng, they're unloading.
We've lost half of our men.
Yeah, they're doing okay. They're doing okay. Just raining some more hell into... Oh no! Who's this? Oh, that's the... Okay. Well, they're gonna hold out, and MSQ2's army is just about gone. So I think he is just gonna stubbornly hold his position until the very end. Palace Guard can... Oh goodness me, killing them so well they just break their models. I like to think that this Snow Troll's probably gruesomely had his legs sliced off in order to lower it down so that the Palace Guard can get a nicer headlock kill. But Thranduil, perhaps this one isn't Thranduil, but the Elven King General is holding his position there, a bit surrounded, and the boys have cut a path back to him now. Yeah, he's going to be slicing down these guys just about with every kill, because his two blades there, they're armor piercing because he's part of an armor piercing unit. So it's going to be pretty messy. I don't know if he is going to go down from this though. We'll have to see. Oh, okay. Right, we did actually manage to free this up. We did kill off that troll, and we are blasting in. Good stuff, boys. Okay. Risky, but all right. And yeah, that's kind of broken it. Well, I think the attack was already on the verge of breaking, but it's heading back. Whoa! Hold fire. That was a good one. That was a really good one, but hold fire now. Let the assassins mop it up. Let the assassins and the Hiri Lang mop it up, I say. Don't. Whoa. You better be holding fire now, my man. You're not firing anymore, are you? Why are you still firing? Stop. Why? No. Okay, alright, okay. You had me scared. Dude. You had me really scared. It's fine. Oh, goodness me. This is really just a murder field for the poor gobos, but that's what they're built for. That's what they're built for. The announcer still doesn't like Mirkwood's chances. Hiri Peng pouring what's left of their ammunition out, firing up and over. Not something you want, but as I say, Elven Archer accuracy, you can kind of do that, especially with like the Elders of the Elven King. They can pull something like that off without much problem at all. Still, we've not had that general death notification from MSQ. He is kicking about. The Hiri Peng out of ammunition coming on forward. Having a lot of trouble up against those Snow Trolls, but not for too long. Palace Guard still at 33. General deciding to rest himself. I think he deserves that. I think he deserves a chance just to fall back inside of his unit. Just let his bodyguard take the flak for a minute. While the right, MSQ2 backed up by a few of the Woodland Realm Protectors. Just keep some rigidity to that line. Still burning away with that catapult fire. Don't exactly know what we just burned there. Seeing a few guys burning, but I don't think that was the hit. Crossbows from Froggy. Oh, the Huntsmen of Amon Lank are through. Bold champions, something. We need your help. Oh goodness me, that hurts. That definitely hurt. What are we going? Oh! We got so damn lucky there. That flew right over the Black Orcs' heads. General in with the Black Mount Berserkers there. From Prince of Darkness. Very bloodied up. Goodness me, that looks quite menacing, don't they? Every single one of them is bloodied. And the General himself too. So, no, fair enough. Let's see, he's taking a lot of damage in this fight. For the greater good, so... Fair enough. Him alongside Little Dash, I don't feel too bad. They're just kind of waiting to see what happens here. But some of those guys could be... Oh, dab. Big break from Little Dash. Yep. Break over there too. And MSQ2 a lot with a little help from his friends. With a little help from his friends, of course. But he has held that position once again. Absolutely shocking. Wardens of Ammo Lag. I'd go and I'd kill the Snow Troll. One charge, that Snow Troll's dead. Definitely. They're just kind of having a stare down right now. Oh, bold, Mevin. Bold. Very bold. I appreciate it. He killed a guy. Oh, no. No, he's getting back up. Yeah, no. Not a fun fight for that Snow Troll. Not a fun fight at all. Ah, some fire into the water. So that's solid. Fury lying there going down. Elders the Elven King. Oh, oh. Oh, I think they maybe opened up. Oh, dear. Was that a friendly fire shot to try and kill the Snow Troll? Could have been. Could have been. Oh, Mevin's coming through the center. Goblin King bodyguard leading the way. Hopefully, yep, still some White Orc fearmongers on the field. Yeah, this is a proper push now. We need those Sindar to come and try and see if there's any opportunities to attack. Goblin King bodyguard slicing on through. Trying their very best. What's going on here? Yep, falling back from Mac. Yeah, this is a retreat now. This is definitely a retreat, and I think they deserve it. Bulls champions, we need to be in here. We need to be catching these guys. We need to be brutalizing them a bit. I don't know where the Bulls champions are, though. They could be... Well, no, they won't be dead, because we would have... No general has died. That's the insane thing. For as many losses as people have taken, and people have been active with their general units. People haven't been, like, scared to use them. But nobody's lost a general. Greenwood Watchers there. I don't think they're falling back. They are not falling back to Thranduil's halls. They are going to be staying outside. Fair enough. Oh, no. Mac is pulling back. It was just a little bit of a scuffle. Mevin still pursuing him hard with those White Orc fearmongers. Going to catch the Elders. Anybody with ammunition at this point, if they don't get back, that is a terrible shame. A bit of a break from Mevin's front line, though. Alright. MSQ2 pulling his general back. That's good. Get him out of there. No point trying to pull back the catapult. Just fire at will. Let it do its thing. Woodland Protectors will hold the line as long as they can. But, yeah, Greenwood Watchers there. Being left behind as well, just to skirmish away with the enemy. Dart off into the trees, just be a constant threat. Oh goodness me, these poor guys just covered in throwing daggers. Out of ammo? That is them out of ammo. Sindar of the Girdle are in there now too. Searching out for targets for opportunity, which I think they've found the Snow Trolls. Is that going to be a nice one? 13 Snow Trolls before contact, and 7 after. Holy smokes. Good stuff, MSQ. Oh, ouch. That, yeah, definitely hurts. Definitely hurts. Look at those spears taking up and over fire from Elders. I think that was Elven, that's right, Elders of the Elven King fire. It's nice and white. Over here in the center. Goodness sake. Oh! With a protector volley there. Some crossbowmen, some Black Orcs. Okay. Yeah, a bit rough. For the poor Gobo boys. How's the left side? There's no pushing. Oh wait, no, there is. Yeah, we're fully through. I keep forgetting what side we're on here. We're fully through on the left. Froggy moving up See, this is like tasty for the Sindar. Snaga skirms, getting volleys into the... Oh god, if you get a volley into the Palace Guard. He's done it. The madman's done it. Oh, that hurts. Well done, Froggy. Good catch. Froggy's general trying to hold them in place for the Snaga, sacrificing yourself so that Snaga can get their full use. Good man. Very brave Goblin General there, but yeah, hopefully those Snaga can make use of his sacrifice and continue to get these armor-piercing jabs into some of the only units that really can be punished by it. Greenwood Rangers there, hopefully out of ammo from MSQ2. Oh, come on, don't, why? Oh, I think they were just on fire at will from Mac. Crossbows there, trying to hold the enemy in place again, sacrificing for the Snaga. It's always funny when you've got like such a low quality unit, or like low, I don't want to say low quality, low standing unit as the Snaga, and everybody's sacrificing themselves for it just because they're the best unit to have in that circumstance. Some berserkers are in there too, but all these little fights are just, you know, the defenders have just managed to cut them off. Kind of these last 9 Ahiri Peng holding the line up against such a big unit of Black Orcs is just stopping reinforcements from coming through. The most easy way for them to come in. Or the easiest way, I should say. Well, oh, we had 2 generals die very shortly after each other. I thought that was Froggy's general that died first. But no, that was Froggy's general that went down. Oh, I wonder who kicked the bucket first. Oh, don't get glitched out now, boys. Come on. It's tricky sometimes to get across this bridge. They'll do it. They'll do it. Oh, big break there from Froggy. Oh, dear. But I don't blame him. I don't blame those boys for routing there. Sindar there to mop them up too. Greenwood Rangers with their bows out. That's scary. Elders with their bows out. Wardens pulling back. Woodland Protectors. Hiri Lang. Yeah, everything. Just get inside. Just get inside. There's been enough combat outside for now. I think we do need to get on in and admit defeat from somebody. Could be Froggy. Froggy's lost just about everything. So no need to hang around. If all your units are gone, just admit defeat, leave the game. That is fine and dandy. Oh dearie me. Greenwood Watchers again, just causing a little bit of frustration for these attackers. What is this little green patch here? Again, some Greenwood Watchers slicing up some heavy Goblin spears. With that armor-piercing spear, it's not going to do much to their like exceptional melee defense, but they will be victorious there because of their numbers and their heavy, sturdy armor. Is that every? Oh no. MSQ2 still got the Cinder out. Yeah, fair. No need to dart inside just yet. Once you get inside the Sindar, I have seen like this avenue. You can do some decent work there. You can sort of do something there too, but yeah. It really, you are very limited once you enter. Nah, it just makes it very difficult to pull off some good work with your calves. So even if he's going to end up getting grabbed outside, he's probably better off just trying to do what he can with those deer riders. Is there a special name for that creature that the Mirkwood forces ride? I'm sure there is, but I do not know it. You got the what are they called? The Mighty Stag Rider, the Mighty Stag Knights, or the Great Stag Knights in Warhammer. God, they're so cool. I love those guys. Just such powerhouses as they slam into the enemy. Nevin coming forward now. Few Ents pulling on back. Nice to have these Ents in the later stages too. Still some good elites, but yeah, there is another battle. If I can find it, it'll be in the description. It was from a while ago, where I've got quite a similar situation. I'm attacking Thranduil's Halls alongside a bunch of goblins, so I'll post that up in the description because it might be interesting. I'll have some stuff to talk about at the end of this battle for sure. I think we'll go to 2x speed because I don't see any fighting occurring, with the exception of the Sindar. Sindar here, are they getting chased down? Oh, fair play, good stuff from Little Dash. If you can get them, hell yeah. Which he has. Good man. Now, all the... If he's got to stay on them, though. He's got to stay right on them. Which, I don't think Little Dash has too much to mic... Oh, no. See, the moment MSQ2 gets a distance from them, he can turn around, he can charge them, and they're gone. Oh, dear. I mean, yeah, they're running... Yeah, so we'll see here, we'll see here. It's a bit bumpy. It's a bit bumpy. Oh, they were heading. Nah. Yeah, that's them as goners, surely. Whoa! Maybe... So they didn't get their charge off. They didn't get their charge off. Holy smokes. Okay, good stuff. And they did a little bit more damage. Trolls are very scary to cavalry, but if you can just get a nice open field and charge them down, they'll die just the same as any other infantry unit. Here we go. Sorry. Woodland Realm Axemen running away there. And now the boys really can... take stock of their losses. They can try to sort of analyze what they have left. Little Dash still with a nice, healthy unit. They've got this red paint, so I'm just making sure that's red paint, that's not blood. Yeah. That's still a nice, healthy unit of Goblin King Bodyguard. No, they're not really an uber tier elite, though. Blackbutt Mountain Berserkers there from Prince of Darkness. Very, very badly bloodied. But again, you know, something very menacing. Archers there, out of ammo, just a nice beefy fodder unit. Nice, yeah, again, Black Orcs of the Mountain, some halberdiers. Very tough to fight in this cramped space. Still some infantry there. It seems to be mainly Little Dash. And some more bodyguard and berserkers from Mevin. The boys need to hold though. We can't be, we need to be coming in together. Yeah, really clasping in tight there now with the defenders, which I guess doesn't... It kind of surprises me because they do still have ammunition. They just don't have much of it. But I guess... Do we have a clear shot there? We do. Right, that's the deal. So, they don't need... Usually what you see is this sort of formation is a little bit more open so that the defenders can get a little bit more ammunition used up. But one, the defenders don't have much ammo, and two, this is kind of close enough for an Elven archer. I like the MSQ2 is, I think, is that like his last unit. No, he's still got his general. It's just one little Hiriek who is just going to be the first man that they face off against. Yeah, no, he's got a screen with Rangers there. Do they have their blades out? I saw them with their bows earlier. Maybe I was mistaken. Kind of changes the game then. Elder the Elven King, though, they are still... Yeah, they've definitely got some ammo. MSQ2's Elders, though, they've got their blades out. For the most part, no, I'm seeing some with a bow. Big think, okay. Greenwood Rangers, where are they going to position themselves? What you could do, because you can shoot through this door, because it's not an actual siege. This door is just like fake. He could position himself right there and he could shoot right through this doorway, which is not... No, he's moving to engage. He is moving to engage. These guys must be out of ammo. And they do not want to be shot by Mevin. Of course, that's not fun. So he's just slicing down a few of the crossbowmen there. Having a jolly old time doing it. And just letting Mevin know, no, we're not going to just sit and let you shoot us. But the boys have formed up properly now. They're very tired and exhausted in many cases. They'll have to do their very best. Nice to see the nice colourful catapult crew of the elves. Very good, very cute. Some of the only like non-green units there. The blue is a very rare colour to see from Mirkwood, so nice. And that sort of bright yellow as well. Looks quite obscure. A few Greenwood Watchers popping up from inside of the enemy attack. I like to think they've maybe just jumped down from the ceiling right into the thick of it there. And yeah, just try and hold them in place. Get as tight a surround as you can, attack from all the sides so that they can... If you give them a bigger space, they can kind of form up back to back so that these units can't... They're not receiving like the rear attack penalty. Woodland Protectors there from Mac, trying to get in a good position. Defeat is certain right now. But once we start getting some of these more elite units in, that might change things. Just battering them down. What we got? Yeah. I'd be tempted to get the I mean, you don't want to just merge everything in there, but at the same time, like, I just don't know what the best course of action here is. I would maybe have just come forward, all guns blazing, everything. Just get stuck in there, especially, MSQ2, you naughty boy. He does still have ammo, that's why they're not doing it. Yeah, that's why they've got to come forward like this. Because if they came forward in a clump, they would be eviscerated by that armor-piercing fire, or body-piercing fire. Sorry, I banged the mic there, that won't sound very nice. Let's do, I don't know, just grab a shot of that. Just I really like the inside of Thranduil's halls. Yeah, that you know, waterfall there looks really cool. Capital Crew being pulled back. Hiriek doing their best. Okay, we do have something quite significant, even though there's just 14 of them. If those 14 boys get stuck into like the Woodland Protectors, they can rattle them down. Even up against the Hiriek, they should do some good work. Wardens of Ammo and Lank, they're not going to be fun to deal with. Repaying, I'm just wondering what the play is here. Still with the likes of the Goblin King Bodyguard, we do still have some significant units on the attack. But there's nothing to do like a shield wall push with. Which is kind of what we'd need to do. To beat that ranger unit, we would need to get a shield wall push. We would need to spread them out so that we could, you know, we could bring more numbers in without running too much risk. Oh, goodness me. Smashing up the walls there, but it's a necessary sacrifice with those high damage arrows. As yeah, you can see the accuracy just from firing up and over. You just cannot achieve that, even with like skilled human archers. You always want to make sure the arc is coming pretty straight with an elf, though. Yeah, especially, you know, Mirkwood and Lothlorien. Whoa, does not matter. Just get it. Just get those arrows spent. Of course, always better to get a straight on shot, but never the end of the world if you do end up having to give them a little bit of a lob shot. Closing in about 9,000 frames for the attackers here. The general here of Mevin. Go toe-to-toe with Palace Guard. Yeah, I think 1v1 that Palace Guard might end up winning. Oh, goodness me. Body-piercing fire there. Wood. Oh, he's running around there. Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, no, that's not a bad little shot, actually. General's still back. Oh, wait, did he win? Oh, no, the Palace Guard just got pulled back. I think surely the Palace Guard would have won that, especially against a bloody general. They're just so good. They really are that good of a unit. Okay. Halberds, yeah, again, something that that Mirkwood struggles to face off against is just a phalanx. But kind of like Rohan, if they don't have a phalanx, but they've got really good quality spears. That's how Rohan kind of holds the line. That's how Rohan holds out against the phalanx. They just use their nice spears. And Mirkwood can do that same thing here, even up against, as I say, these halberds. Halberds are very different to pikes, though. That'll be a very different story if Misty was able to grab a few Witch Realm pikemen to assist them in this scrap. Goodness me, General's dropping left and right here. So that wasn't MSQ's General. Unsure who that could have been. Most likely, the Amazing General or Mac. Just went down there, sort of trapped in that corner. Just try and keep these men in line. Or keep these elves in line. As more Berserkers, nice 21-man unit there comes forward now. Slicing down even more of these 55 Blackback Mountain Berserkers there from Little Dash. Okay, These guys were hidden away somewhere. We're definitely talking now. If we can't shoot them, we can't jav them, Mac's going to come in and try and do just that. Because they can slice down Ents. Those Palace Guard are really badly bloodied, so the Berserkers might be able to rattle through them. 12 Goblin King Bodyguard, that's a bit of a shame to see that running. They could have done some more good work. But, yeah, those Berserkers are not going to be fun to deal with. What do we have in reserve? We've just sent in those Hiri Lag. Hiri Ping there, Tunes Hiri Ping. Some 12 Palace Guard from MSQ2, very bloodied. Yeah, again, Mac just trying to find a shot. And I don't know if one exists. And the Elders of the Elven King there. With the Ents, of course, too. But, as I say, those Berserkers are great Ent killers. Really, really good for that. They're having defeat is certain right now, but I think that's going to change. I think right now they're just sort of losing ground. They're taking a lot of attacks. A lot of them are not actually fighting there. I think they maybe need to be given a quick little attack order, just so that they're getting shunted on in. Right now they're only really fighting the enemy that's fighting them. So many of them are just kind of waiting back. And I think if that continues, then this meat grinder of elven units might just be too much for even the might of those Berserkers. A few hit points getting lost there as we take a man down. Let's see what we got over there. Still some stuff in the back. I'd get a unit of Goblin infantry in there, just fighting alongside those Berserkers. You don't want to have these exceptional elite units fighting alone. You know they're exhausted, and I know you want to rest them. I don't know if this is what's going through his head, but I know you definitely want to rest your units and make the most out of them. But Prince of Darkness with a poor little archer and halberd unit from Mevin just busted up there. You want to make the most of them. You want to send them in sort of fresh or winded, but it takes so long to do that in Medieval 2 that it's just not worth it. I really that's one thing about Medieval 2 that I do find quite upsetting in comparison to some of the newer Total Wars. Just how long it takes to rest your units. It feels like it's just not it's not possible in fights to rest somebody for blooming 5 minutes. It's in order to get them back one stage. No way. You can't achieve that. Whereas in Warhammer, yeah, you can pull your unit back, and within he'll get back. He'll get back in the fight. Or he'll get back to sort of fighting capabilities quite quickly. Depending on his quality, of course. These Rangers actually there trying to get a perfect shot right down this line. And see, we could be moving more aggressive here. I think we have the numbers, but I think this is just Little Dash being a little bit too nervous. It's so much responsibility. Being the final attacker left is not a fun thing, especially if you are a newer player. It's so nerve-wracking. But he really could grab these guys, because this is a fight he's sort of winning. I'm not saying push through, definitely not that, but just grabbing them, giving them a quick little attack order, and I think they need that, because they're just kind of not doing it right now. But then I would definitely get a unit of infantry in behind them. Good, we've got that coming in now, just taking some damage for them. I know you're worried about the Rangers. Yeah, you can see his MSQ's got his allies pulling back to see if the Elders and the Rangers can fire. Even if MSQ2 just uses these Elders, that's not fun. We need something to grab them in melee. Holy smokes, yeah, we are pushing in deep now with Little Dash. I hope Mevin's giving him a little bit of advice, It's so difficult to do it mid-game if you're not speaking to the person personally. If you're just trying to type to them, it's... because then they're typing back to you and you're like, just focus on your units, just try your best. Some things just need to be learned through error, I'm afraid. But yeah, oh dearie me, General there. That's Little Dash himself just getting hurled by a high mass, high damage arrow from the Elders. Yep, yeeting these guys around here. We need a unit. Yeah, something's coming in. Halberds, I'd grab... I mean, to be honest, I'd grab the Goblin King Bodyguard at that point. I'd grab the Goblin King Bodyguard and go and try and lock them down. Yeah, you gotta do it, bud. As painful as it may be. Yeah, General down now. Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. That's gonna be, yeah, that's curtains, I feel. So, this was definitely, we'll maybe we won't speed up, but I'll probably start talking now because I think I see where this is going. This was definitely a close one. You know, it may not seem that way now, but you know, we're at 94 for 88. We still do have some elite units out there. I do suspect it's going to be a lot closer at the end. For me, anything over 80 is a pretty close battle. You know, that's a very worthy battle. Is you know, a 20% difference. But Berserker's not routing, just being repositioned. So this is a tough matchup for Misty. It's a very tough matchup for Misty, and that is why, of course, they gave the attackers a bit more money at the start of that, and I think that's definitely helped them. I think it's helped them an awful lot, and it's definitely it's a fair fight. It's fair. It's just a difficult one for Misty. There's always some matchups, some situations that are tricky for certain people, but yeah, tricky for certain factions. And I think this is definitely something that Misty struggles with. So I brought up that battle that I did a while ago, and I think there's four. I think there's 4 Misties versus a Mirkwood and 4 Misties versus 2 Lothlorians. I think it is. And we get stomped. We get absolutely brutalized. And it is, Misty, they're a good siege faction, they're a good siege attacking faction, but they're just alone. They lack that real quality that you kind of need to get the job done against an elf. You know, especially an elf that doesn't rely on armor. You've got a lot of fun tricks that can get through armor. You've got a lot of good stuff up against the dwarves, for instance, or against Western Kingdoms of Men. But up against the elves, woodland elves especially, you're just not really cut out for that. And there's only so much that your swarms can achieve before they're routing. That was the real thing we saw there, just a lot of routing. And whenever the boys were like close to achieving victory, they ran away. So it was, and that's just what you get from skilled defenders. They know how to get that to happen. They know how to break your men, and they did it very well there. I mean, we had 2 newer attackers there. I genuinely think they did all right. They gave it a damn good go there, and I don't think that this would have really gone drastically differently had, say, some more experienced attackers been put in their place. I think that this is a tricky matchup. Definitely very nice off the defenders to give the attackers a little bit more cash, just to make it a bit more fair, because it's a very fun theme, and it's nice to try and achieve that theme in a good way. Oh, ouch! Fire! Oh, brutal. But yeah, the only big thing I think could have been done differently is perhaps a bit too much aggression right from the start. You know, we did have quite a lot of archers. We had a lot of archers and a lot of crossbowmen, and yes, we did achieve some good shots with them throughout the battle. I think we should have just unloaded just about everything we had right at the start. You know, yeah, you might find some better shots later, but I really think just there were some good shots at the start. There are always, like, Thranduil's Halls doesn't have a lot of places for the defenders to hide while still remaining like present. So I would have probably sent in a few fodder attacks and just spent our ammunition. Just spent just about all of it. And you know, I like to see the fight happen right off the bat, and that's definitely a lot more entertaining. But I don't think that's how you win this matchup. I think you've got to use up your ammunition on the elves, because I think a lot of Misty's forces here just didn't use up their ammo. I wouldn't bet, but yeah, for me, I would have probably ditched the crossbows. Maybe taking those archers, ditch the crossbows. I would have taken the jabs though, for sure. I think jabs in a siege just always, all the time. Yeah. Maybe less trolls. I think as much as I love trolls, Maybe less of them, or a more coordinated troll attack could have been useful. You know, a real gather those trolls up together, get like 60 cave trolls in one bunch and just slam it right in the center. You know, because trolls can move quickly, so you don't have to be, you know, you can leave them about, but then just midway through the fight, gather the trolls together and just slam in the center. I don't know exactly what happened to the boys champions. I think that they could have really done some good work because we got a breach as the boys were retreating. I don't know what happened to the boys champions. It's a bit of a shame because they, as I said, they could have been chasing down these defenders that they routed. Could have got some good slams. Could have really made this ending fight a little bit closer, perhaps. But and along with the Warg Riders, a bit of a misstep to just have them fighting on the left there. But bit of a shame. Perhaps just trying to use their Warg mass to break through and everything. Yeah, could have been anything. Any other things that I think could have changed it? I don't know. All in all, very enjoyable battle to watch. I love themed battles. I love like faction versus faction battles. You know, or like say Gondor plus Dol Amroth versus Mordor. You know, stuff like that. You know, things that are very sort of faction focused, even though it does make it very difficult to keep tabs on who's who. You know, what's max forces, especially when they mix in together. Oh goodness me, it can get tricky. The boys sallying forth now to engage. Yeah, Little Dash saying, yeah, you see all these crossbows, so many crossbows here. The Sindar of the Girls, sorry, we've been ignoring these guys. They've been out here probably wreaking havoc. Yeah, whoops, sorry about that. If MSQ2 remembers some of the stuff that he did with them, please rattle, you know, I'd love to know. But, oh, Little Dash's general just trying to find a way out. But yeah, yeah, these crossbows just still having ammo. I think stuff like that, they're not cheap. They're not cheap at all, those heavy gobble crossbows. Cheaper than many other crossbows, but they're not, yeah. I think we could have either tried to just, even a lob shop early on could have just, you know, it would have been more use than what we've achieved here with them. But I would have probably not taken the crossbows myself, not to this matchup. Up against Lothlorien, yeah, for sure. But up against Mirkwood, probably not. I think I would have taken archers instead and not touched fire ammunition at all. This is something. So I've been hearing cave troll drummers are broken. This is something that I think would have been very, very useful had we had cave troll drummers to keep our boys in line. That extra little morale buff, I really think, is something that Misty needs for these grindy sieges. But even then, 91 for 98 is certainly not bad. Like, that's really quite good at the end of the day. So yeah, I think the boys can certainly give themselves a good pat on the back with that. What's still fighting? What's still kicking about somewhere? Do we have a... Okay, no, that's it. I thought there was a general like hiding there, but I think somebody just admitted defeat. There was some general somewhere. Yeah, one Goblin King bodyguard unit from didn't actually see. Goodness me, such a massive amount of troops. I might, just to be a memester, this battle might be called like 50,000 goblins, or I'll add them all up. I never do that in my titles. But yeah, I might do that. Just see if it like catches somebody's eyes. It works, hey dude. If it freaking works, I'll never knock something that somebody does if it actually works. Like saying stuff like, you know, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's not something I would really like to do, but dude, it works. You say it, people do it. So absolutely, get it said. If you need to use something that, you know, a little bit eye-catching, a little bit, definitely not clickbait. Definitely not don't clickbait. But like, if you need to use something that is a bit, you know, eye-catching, absolutely, just go for it. Now, there is something I'll come back to comment on. 536 here. Well done, Hiri Peng. Holy smokes. Hiriek there, 200. Okay, good. And yes. Why did you do that? Why did you put your general in the Hiriek? That's why he died. So it was the amazing general that lost his, or the amazing Jedi that lost his general early on there. Asgard, cool. How did that catapult do? No, it's okay. Yep, yeah, bold. I would have maybe used the catapult earlier myself. But came in all right. Maybe he just wanted to use up the enemy's ammo. But yeah, something I was going to state, bam, 802. Holy smokes. Absolutely brutal. As I say, the boys all did good there. I say Stewie, some interesting shots with that ballista. Very frightening shots of that ballista. But overall, not so bad at all. Good choice to bring the ballista. Very good choice indeed. But no, so many prisoners. Holy smokes, MSQs like surround and just swallow them up strategy. Absolutely wiped so many people there. But no, yeah, geez, that's a big numbers disparity, isn't it? Okay, thank you guys very much. And I'll should be a link to that other battle in the description if I can find it. Hopefully I can. But thank you guys very much, and I will see you later.